Your Wi-Fi just went out. It's been 4 seconds. Your chest is already tight. You are checking the router like it owes you money. This is not a technology problem. This is a 300,000-year-old problem wearing a hoodie. You'd think losing internet for a few minutes would be a shrug and a coffee break. Instead, your brain acts like a predator just walked into the room. Your palms get a little damp, your leg starts bouncing. Somewhere deep in your skull, an alarm is going off and it has absolutely no idea what Wi-Fi is. It just knows something it depends on is suddenly gone. And that, it turns out, is exactly the point. Let's go back, way back. Before phones, before electricity, before the wheel had even been invented yet. Picture a small group of early humans on the African savanna, roughly 200,000 years ago. No walls, no locks, no 911. Just you, your tiny tribe, and a whole lot of things that would very much like to eat you. In that world, being alone was not me time. Being alone was a death sentence. A lone human on the savannah was slower than a lion, weaker than a hyena, and about as well armed as a poorly reviewed kitchen knife. The only real defense humans had was each other. More eyes to spot danger, more hands to fight it off, more bodies between you and the thing with the teeth. So evolution did what evolution does. It built a brain that treats social connection like oxygen, not nice to have, not would be pleasant, treated it as a literal survival resource wired straight into your threat detection system. This is where researcher Naomi Eisenberger comes in. She ran brain scans on people while making them feel socially excluded, using a simple ball-tossing game rigged so the other players stopped throwing to them. And the brain scans showed something wild. The same region that lights up when you stub your toe, the dorsal anterior cingulate cortex, also lit up when people got socially left out. Your brain does not have a separate folder for physical pain and being ignored. As far as your ancient alarm system is concerned, they're filed under the same emergency. Now fast forward to you today, staring at a router with 3 blinking lights and 1 very unimpressed cat. Your Wi-Fi cutting out is not, biologically speaking, registering as minor inconvenience. It's registering as the tribe just went silent. Your texts aren't sending. Your group chat has gone dark. Your notifications, that steady drip of someone out there knows you exist, has stopped. And your brain, which has exactly 0 updates on the concept of fiber optic cables, responds the only way it knows how. It assumes the worst. Here's the part that should feel a little insulting. Your brain isn't panicking because your Zoom call got interrupted. It's panicking because for 99.9% of human history, going quiet meant something had gone badly wrong. Silence from the group meant predators, or exile, or worse. There was no such thing as, oh, it's probably just a server issue. There was only, why has everyone stopped talking to me? And the honest answers to that question used to involve teeth. This is where it gets a little funnier and a lot more relevant. Anthropologist Robin Dunbar spent years studying primate social groups and came up with what's now called Dunbar's number. The idea that humans can only really maintain around 150 meaningful social relationships at once, not 150 acquaintances you nod at, 150 people your brain is actually tracking, monitoring, keeping tabs on, the way a tiny prehistoric HR department that never clocks out. Your phone did something sneaky to that number. It didn't just add a few more people to track, it turned your pocket into a live feed of your entire tribe, all day. Every day. Every notification is your ancient brain getting a tiny still here, still safe signal. And when that feed goes dark, even for 4 seconds, part of you reads it as the whole tribe going quiet at once. Which, again, historically, was not good news. There's a term for the anxious itch you get when you can't check your phone. Researchers have literally studied it under the name nomophobia, short for no mobile phone phobia, and while the internet loves to joke about it, the underlying stress response is real. Heart rate goes up, attention narrows, people report genuine discomfort, not because they're weak or dramatic, but because their nervous system is running software that was never updated past the Stone Age. Think about what your body actually does in those 4 seconds without Wi-Fi. Your eyes dart to the router first, like it's a campfire that just went out. Then to your phone, checking it again even though you just checked it 3 seconds ago and nothing has physically changed about it. Then, and this is the part nobody talks about, you might glance around the room, almost checking if anyone else noticed. That instinct to look around isn't random. For most of human history, when something threatening happened, the first move wasn't to solve it alone, it was to check the group. Are they seeing this too? Are we safe? Should we move? You're doing a threat assessment your ancestors would recognize instantly, except the threat is a buffering icon. There's also a reason this feeling hits harder when you're already stressed, tired, or alone in the room. Your baseline vigilance is already higher. A worn out nervous system doesn't have a lot of slack left. So a small disruption, like your messages suddenly showing that dreaded not delivered, lands like a bigger deal than it actually is. You're not being dramatic. You're running low on the resources your brain normally uses to tell the difference between mild inconvenience and possible emergency. So it defaults to treating everything like the second one just to be safe. Let's talk about your ancestors for a second because they deserve some credit here. They weren't anxious because they were fragile. They were anxious because anxious ancestors survived. The chill, relaxed, I'm sure it's fine early human who didn't notice the group had gone quiet. Statistically, less likely to pass on their genes. The jumpy, hyper-alert, wait, where is everyone early human? More likely to notice the danger in time, rally the group, and live to tell the story around a fire. You are quite literally descended from the worriers. Congratulations. Your anxiety has a family tree. So when your Wi-Fi drops and your brain short circuits a little, it's not malfunctioning, it's doing exactly what it was built to do, just aimed at the wrong target, like a smoke detector that goes off because you made toast. The system works. It's just working on outdated information, the way your uncle still calls the remote control the clicker. Here's where the story usually pivots to, and that's why you should throw your phone in a lake. This is not that video. Understanding the mechanism doesn't mean the mechanism is evil. It means you finally get to see what's actually happening under the hood. That flash of panic when your phone dies isn't proof you're addicted or broken. It's proof you have a brain that once kept a small group of hairless primates alive on a continent full of things that wanted to eat them. That brain did its job so well that you exist. It just never got the memo that the tribe now includes a group chat, a Wi-Fi router, and several strangers on the internet who have never met you and never will. Psychologist John Cacioppo spent decades studying loneliness, and one of his central findings was that social disconnection doesn't just feel bad, it functions like a biological alarm, similar to hunger or thirst, nudging you back toward connection because isolation used to be genuinely dangerous. Your brain isn't trying to ruin your Tuesday, it's trying to get the tribe back together. It just doesn't know the tribe moved to fiber optic cables. There's an even stranger wrinkle to all this, and it has to do with how your brain treats maybe versus definitely. When you know for certain the Wi-Fi is out, your brain can settle more or less. Bad news, but at least it's clear news. What actually spikes the anxiety is the uncertain middle zone, the spinning wheel, the message not delivered, tap to retry, the little gray dots that mean someone is typing and then stop and then never send anything. Psychologists sometimes describe this as intermittent reinforcement, the same mechanism that makes slot machines so hard to walk away from. Your brain isn't built to handle maybe connected, maybe not. It wants a clear answer, one way or the other, because ambiguity used to be genuinely dangerous. A rustle in the grass that might be the wind or might be a leopard didn't get a shrug, it got full attention every single time, because guessing wrong even once could be fatal. Your phone buffering is that same rustle in the grass, just rendered in 4K with a little spinning circle. It also explains why airplane mode often feels calmer than Wi-Fi is broken. On a plane, the disconnection is total, expected, and explained. There's no ambiguity to chew on. Your brain files it as the tribe is temporarily unreachable, understood, no action needed, and moves on. A flaky router at home, on the other hand, dangles the possibility of connection right in front of you, then yanks it away every 90 seconds. That's not just annoying. To an ancient threat detection system, that's borderline torment. A hunting party that keeps almost coming back into view and then vanishing again. So next time the Wi-Fi symbol turns into that little sad triangle and your stomach does the drop, you can actually enjoy the moment a little. That flicker of panic isn't your phone controlling you. It's a 300,000-year-old survival system, still fully staffed, still on the clock, mistaking your router for a missing hunting party. It's not a flaw, it's a fossil, still running, still doing its best, just badly out of date. You can even use this, honestly. quickly. Next time you feel that jolt, instead of spiraling about why you're so addicted to your phone, you can just notice it for what it is: an old alarm doing an old job in a world it doesn't fully recognize. That tiny bit of distance, oh, this is just my ancient tribe tracking system misfiring, takes some of the sting out of it. You're not weak for feeling it. You're just extremely well designed for a world that stopped existing about 10,000 years ago. Your Wi Fi just came back on. 4 seconds of silence, and somewhere in your skull, a tiny prehistoric alarm system just stood down. It wasn't overreacting. It was just really, really committed to a job that stopped mattering about 10,000 years ago and forgot to update its resume.